on for a recap, last session, you guys were part of a caravan, and you were head along down the tradeway towards Baldur's Gate for reasons of your own and whatnot. And on one of the only after a few days of travel, something went down already, and your small little encampment you found yourselves in was attacked, and you ended up finding, and you slayed a bunch of wolves and a much bigger injured werewolf. When you brought him back to camp and learnt that it was a dark creature hailing from the lands of Barivia, which the old man you were travelling with handed you a letter and promptly went to bed. In the middle of the night, very deep fog rolled in and whisked you all away. And you found yourselves on a dusty old road with heavy, dense forest on either side. I was dragged away. Whatever.
Yeah,
all right, look. You gotta learn, right? I barely remember what happened last session, but it's yeah. You guys,
they were coming. That's the point.
Huh?
They were coming. All right. It was on my watch. No one was gonna get left behind. All right. I ain't pulling a fucking old man, Captain Howard.
Yeah. All right. So, you find yourselves. Oh, let me get my stuff. Where is it? Yeah.
I'm right here. I found myself.
So you find yourself on an old road, black pools of water sort of stand like dark mirrors in and all around the muddy roadway. Giant trees loom on both sides of the road, their branches almost branching out at you, clawing at you. It's the early hours of the morning, yet the sun should have risen by now. It's around 6 a.m. But you can sort of see it peeking in the sky, but it's almost like as if covered by a veil and almost colourless and lifeless. In the distance, you see a looming gate. Like it's a very large gate. So while you can see it, it's still very far away. And you see what appears to be giant statues. But that's all you can see from this distance.
Okay, so the mist is sort of cleared up a bit, and we can sort of see.
Yeah, well, like behind you, there's still like a big wall of mist, and it like goes into like the forest around you as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's sort of like it's sort of like you're like at the edge of sort of like the border of the mist, like you've just come out of it, and so if you turn around, all you see is mist.
Yeah.
And you can see it like lingering amidst the woods to your left and your right as well.
Well, Kari's gonna he's rubbing his neck a little bit. So balls in it, and he's gonna turn to the party and say, "Where do you suppose where we are? I suppose we ended up."
Mirabelle just looking at the lifeless sun. Well, wherever we are. I said I wanted to take last watch to watch the sunrise, but I didn't think it would look like that.
It's quite strange. Never heard of anything.
My only guess, she says, holding up the letter, is that must be that Barovia place.
Oh man, I got a bad feeling about this.
All right. Now, as you hold up the letter, Anna, Mirabelle, got to navigate through this monstrosity set out.
We'll get used to it.
Yep. You see this? Does that pop up for you?
Yes, it does.
It popped up.
Yes,
this is for all of us.
Yeah. Anna, only Anna can read it because he's the one who has the letter.
Okay.
Wait, I could barely make out the words of this thing before, but now I can actually read. Hail to thee of might and valor. I, a lowly servant of Barovia, send honor to thee. We plead for thy to pardon. We plead for
Will
thy
die to desperately needed
Des-
assistance.
to desperate.
I have a plain text version if you want it.
The love of my life, Trina Colliana, has been afflicted by an evil so deadly that even the good people of our village cannot protect her. She languishes from her wound, and I would have her saved from this menace. There is much wealth in this community. I offer all that might be had to thee and thy fellows, if thou shalt but answer my desperate plea. Come quickly, for her time is at hand. All that I have shall be thine, Collian. Is it Indirovich?
Yeah, I think so.
Let me find the tab.
That's what it
Oh.
looks like to me.
I will send you the. This is the.
Burgomaster.
Where are you? This is it in plain text.
Oh, I know, but it's also nice to just read it in caps.
No, cool. Yeah, I couldn't tell if you were like doing that or if you could, if you actually couldn't like read the name. So I thought I better give you the name.
Indirovich Burgomaster? I have not seen that word before.
It's all very strange to me.
If you just see her just like give a reluctant sigh, like I keep telling people I'm not a healer, and of course they come to me asking for one. Well, I guess we must. I suppose that we should go find this Collian fellow.
We see a building in the distance, right?
Like it's like a giant like gate,
Okay.
like structure. But it's like.
Kara's gonna point over towards there and be like, perhaps we should make our way towards that gate.
Of course. And Mirabelle takes point, just looking up at the wall.
Kara's gonna light a cigarette.
I'm just gonna
I'll
follow after.
All right.
I'll take the rear, even though I should be up front, but I'm taking the rear.
So the gate's about 3 or 4 hours away on foot.
Oh,
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah, it's a very
Very
big gate. It's very large. That's what I mean.
I thought we were close and looking up at it. My fault.
No. Sorry, that's my bad.
Just a bit of a hike. That's all.
But nothing really amiss happens. It's very eerily quiet. There's like no movement at all in the woods. There's no wind, no sounds of life, no nothing. It's almost as if you are inside a painting right now.
Just the sounds of feet crunching on gravel.
That's it. I know. Only sound is the sound that you guys make, so you can hear each other's breath. As it's sort of like you sort of it's a very chilly morning, so like you can see like the sort of the fog of the hot air that comes out of your mouths. But nothing happens overall, and you arrive eventually.
That may as well have been what it was.
At this giant gate.
You should probably close this.
I suppose that if nothing else, I say it goes without saying, but I believe we should stick together. Yes.
sounds like a plan to me.
That sounds good.
I just give a nod.
I'm literally just wandering around looking at plants and stuff.
So as you get closer, jutting out from the impenetrable woods on both sides of the road, these giant stone buttresses looming in. There's still like a sort of very thin fog that sort of lingers around these gates. There's huge iron gates that hang on this very like old stonework, and it's like in disrepair as well. The morning dew is sort of dripping off these cold rusted bars. Like this very steel gate, and it's almost like it's feeling like it's been there for the unmeasurable amount of time. It's like they barely work, barely serve any purpose. You look like you could almost rip them down. They're that old. There's weeds sort of like growing up, like in between the bars and stuff.
Do we see like how far the wall spans? Like, does it like go to the horizon, or is it sort of edge of the wall?
So to the west, east, to the east, you see the wall just like keeps going off into the fog. Like you can't even see the edge of the wall as far as that goes, because it goes into the fog and you can't really see it.
Okay.
And to the west, it's sort of the gate sort of goes into the woods, but it doesn't really go super far. It only goes from maybe 200 meters, 300 meters, and it's almost like it's just like collapsed, as if like someone had like almost picked up a section of wall and just dumped it down in this forest. And as you approach, get closer to the gates, the closed, rusted steel gates, very creaky. It's the first sound you've heard that you haven't made yourself. Creak open as they open and offer you passage.
They opened up?
They opened by themselves.
I gotta start walking through.
Just to be clear, I'm not the only one here that's slightly unnerved by the enormous headless statues and the gate opening on its own with seemingly no chain to draw it.
I hesitate a little, but watching Viz walk forward, I shake my head and go after him.
I mean, it seems safe, but at the same time,
Certainly one of the stranger things I've seen. But I have seen quite a few strange things, so I suppose it's fine.
I mean, fair.
And Kari starts walking in after as well.
Speaking of strange things,
Candlekeep, but
Pitta, as you go to walk through the gates, a pool of muddy water, just sort of like to the left of it, grabs your attention, and the water sort of ripples, and you see a silhouette in the surface of the water, which you wouldn't normally think possible for how dark the water is.
Oh.
And this silhouette is someone very familiar to you.
Kari stops, and he might look a little unnerved to the rest of the party, for a moment. He looking at this, and he sort of takes a puff from his cigarette and flicks it towards the puddle. Then continues on his way.
the smell of that smoke is rancid.
As you flick your cigarette to the towards the puddle, the silhouette of this familiar figure sort of almost in like a soundless screech screams, but no sound happens, and then just disappears.
Kari, he looks very distraught, but
and Mirabelle just like walks over towards the puddle and like picks up the tossed cigarette. At least make sure that this gets put where it's meant to go.
Wait, do they have recycling in D&D?
How dare you litter?
Yes.
You look unnerved, boy. Does your head still hurt?
Yeah, I'm quite alright, don't worry about it. Just, he rubs his neck. Should be resting, I suppose.
Viz is standing on the other side of the gate. Hello? Oh?
Alright, so I assume you've all walked through the gate because you were taking up the rear, Fidelity. I think Sonata followed.
Yeah, I followed Viz through.
Yeah, I followed Fizz through,
Yeah.
so yeah. Pit
I
and
think I'm
Mirabelle.
last.
Yep.
We're in the right order now.
Well,
Now, as you walk through the gates, Fidelia, God, I gotta remember your name because I keep saying your actual name's not your character.
Down the bottom.
What is
Dream
Fidelity
Cook.
thing? Dream Cook, yeah.
Dream Cook. Dream Cook.
you loved it so much. There's no way.
It's so good. It's so good. It's just been 2 weeks. So Dream Cook, as you, the last person, go through the gate, the gates slam shut.
There's some weird fucking sounding gates.
It
Shut the fuck up,
reverberated.
alright?
Reverberated. I liked it.
I like it. It's good. Good job.
As the gates slam shut, and you on the other side of it now, all of a sudden out of the forest, flocks of like ravens and just go everywhere and just fly away, and it's just constant screeching, and it's very unnerving considering you haven't heard any sounds or wildlife up till this point. But now all of a sudden there's a cool breeze, and the forest on either side still sort of the branches start to move, and you know it's almost like there's suddenly life. Why before there was not.
Is the sun still like grey and
Yep,
shitty?
the sun is still grey and shitty.
Okay, cool. Check.
I do not think I like this place.
Sun
Somehow
feels
I get the
good.
feeling that even though we're not going to like it, we might be here a while.
It's good to hear some
Says
wildlife
looking,
again.
Looking back at the gate and slowly walking away from it.
I was honestly worried we wouldn't be able to expand Coinpurse's vocabulary, but we seem to be fine now.
The BM!
I just look at him and shake my head again and keep walking, ignoring him.
Now, you guys sort of, after like 5 minutes, maybe not even 5 minutes after passing through the gate, a very fancy looking carriage rides up along the road and just stops a fair distance away from you, like within like, you know, speaking to earshot distance, but not too close as you don't feel alarmed. The carriage is like this old Victorian carriage, but there's no horses or anything. It's not drawn by anything. It's sort of moving by itself. And find. God damn it! I hate navigating Foundry sometimes. As the door on the carriage opens, a sort of middle-aged looking, very but still dark elf emerges, and I will. This guy. And he sort of gets out. He sort of just collects himself, sort of looks over you really snarly like, going, and then he sort of like collects himself, and then he puts on like a smart little smile, and he starts to approach you guys, and he's like, I've been expecting you. Welcome to Barovia. And
Thank you for having us. Would you mind pointing us towards the exit?
He sort of smirks and points behind you at the sealed gate.
The other exit.
That is the only exit.
Oh no.
he sort of just, he walks to like a safe distance away from you guys, and then he stops. But as he approaches, it's sort of like all of you sort of, it's not really painful, but almost like very very faint whispers. You start to hear screams. Like in your mind, it's just like people crying out in agony, as if they're being tortured.
Oh my god. You have, Kari's gonna say, you have quite the unpleasant aura.
He sort of chuckles. He goes, "I'm sorry, I can't help that." And he takes one step back, and
Mirabelle keeps a straight face at least.
and he takes one step back, and you can't hear them anymore. And he goes, and he says, "It's pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is Radarin, and I'm here to welcome you to the land of Barivia on behalf of my lord. Welcome. We hope that you enjoy your stay in our wonderful land. It's full of rich and wonderful pleasures." He sort of chuckles sarcastically as he says this. "It is in my lord's interest that you have a comfortable time here. And in return for that hospitality, he hopes that you'll be able to offer him with some assistance for his problems."
I, for one, am most gracious for your humble introduction. My name is Belle, and I've a message here from one Kolyan Indirovich. Do you know that name?
"Ah, Colin, the burgomaster of the village of Barovia. Not far down, but perhaps maybe a day's travel from here. If you continue along this road. Yes." He sort of smirks. "Yes, he is in definite dire need of assistance. You should definitely approach him." My, he sort of says, like, he like rubs his chin a little bit, and he's like looking at you,
I
Belle.
was going to say, like, she actually takes a single step towards him.
And he doesn't react at all, and you can hear the soft screams again.
Yeah. And she's going to stand there straight faced as well.
Yeah. He's like, "Well, aren't you a very pretty one? My lord would be most pleased for your company at some point. We may have to arrange this."
And I would be most humbled with his presence.
"You certainly would." And he says no more.
Just like a little smile.
He sort of like he like his gaze like wanders over the rest of the party, and his gaze fixes on Kare, and he sort of has a very inquisitive, like confused look initially, and then he sort of dawn of understanding. "Ah, confusing one you are. You could be."
Yes, I get that a lot.
"Oh, that's all right. All kinds of pleasures and entertainments are home in Barovia."
Yes, well, I'm not quite sure I trust you yet. It seems a bit strange that you were waiting for us. But
You'll come to trust me in good time. And he sort of like focuses very heavily on your eyes, and then you hear one loud scream, and then that's it in your mind. He's like, "Ah, a tormented one you are. You've fed a dark past, haven't you?" Mm.
Yeah, when Kare hears the scream, he sort of takes a step back and averts his gaze and sort of clasps it in one hand. He looks a bit traumatized, broken.
Yeah.
I'd prefer it if you kept your distance from me.
He sort of ignores you after that, as if he's lost interest, and then his gaze falls on Coin Purse. He's like, "I've been around for many centuries, yet I've never seen one of your kind. A Kenku. How rare."
I don't even know what to say to this guy right now. He's kind of freaking me out with what he did to the other two people. And just like, I don't take a step forward. I just kind of stand my ground and like quite obviously on guard.
It's like you say "Hoi," obviously on guard. Is that what you say?
No, I said I'm obviously on guard.
Oh, okay. I thought you said, "Oh, hey, on guard."
No.
Starts fencing.
On guard.
That would be great.
Yeah, fuck this guy.
Oh my god.
Nah, you can see him like kind of like he's not gonna pull his eyes, but he's definitely like putting his hands around the grip.
All right, and then after that, he sort of just goes, "Fair enough," and his gaze then falls upon.
How do I set a PM to GM? Do I just like private GM roll?
Slash W space GM. I think it'd be.
Oh, good thing you said.
A test first.
Yeah, that works.
Yes.
Yeah, that worked.
That work?
Yeah, that worked. His gaze then falls on Ver, and he's like, "Very rare to see an adventuring kobold like yourselves with a party of other people."
Is he further enough away from the carriage that you can like approach the carriage while going around him, kind of thing?
No. He's only like a couple meters away from the carriage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like if you tried to approach the carriage, he would obviously see you. It's just the road with like woods on either side.
Oh, I assure you, my lord, that's not the only unique thing about him.
Can I still attempt to approach the carriage?
Yes, you can if you want.
Yeah, I'm just completely oblivious. Just starts approaching.
Yeah. As you get closer, you start hearing screams, and every foot you take, they get louder and louder and louder.
I get within sort of distance of the carriage.
You're about a third of the way to the carriage.
I just sort of drop it to the floor and start laughing. I can't approach any further.
Okay. He's sort of he's like very amused. He's like, "Ha! Very few have this kind of reaction in my presence. You'll certainly be an entertaining one, that's for sure."
I told you.
And then he sort of his gaze falls. Do you have your chef's hat on right now, Dream?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Please.
I see your icon. And I'm just like, okay.
Not yet.
He sort of, he like eyes you like up and down, like this, like sort of examining you as a specimen.
And I do the same back.
And he says to you, "You're definitely the muscle of the group, aren't you? You'd handle all the physical work. Yes, you could be of great use. Great use.
I'm actually starting to think if I'm the smart one of the group, because we've just walked for a day through fog with no noise, and now you pop out of the carriage and everyone seems to be okay with it. I do not trust you, my friend. I'm sorry. I appreciate your hospitality, but I do not think I am sure of you just yet. Please keep your distance. I might be the muscle, but I am also the caretaker.
That is very normal when the for the visitors of Barovia. Don't worry. You'll come to learn the intricacies of this place before long. But I've kept you long enough. Once again, I welcome you on behalf of my lord, the lands of Barovia, and I pray that you will serve as an entertaining gift. Should you prove yourselves to be worthy of it, you will find yourself with an invitation to visit my lord before long. But until then, I bid you adieu. And he sort of takes one last look at the laughing kobold on the ground, just basking in screams, and sort of just shakes his head and gets back into his carriage.
But before you go, who is your lord?
He's sort of like still getting into his carriage. He sort of like stops midway and sort of just like pokes his head over over his shoulder and just sort of smiles, and he's like, "You'll find out. Just know that he is of highest degree of pedigree there is to find in these lands." And he sort of just gets into his carriage, and his carriage just sort of like doesn't even turn around, just rolls in reverse,
just reverses up.
reverses up back down the road until it sort of just disappears into the distance.
The fuck?
I don't remember teaching you that word.
I can't help but feel that
I was out of game, you motherfucker.
Oh,
Yeah, how do you spell that
Miz
guy's
gets
name
up
again?
and it's just
Yeah,
like,
what was
he
his
is fucking
name?
inside.
Sorry?
Rahadin.
Drop that
Rahadin.
in chat.
I'm gonna probably put this.
Rahadin.
First sense of interest. Rahadin.
You'll have to forgive me, Olaf. I'm terrible with names. Did anyone actually catch his name?
Rahadin.
I was gonna say, okay, he got it.
Man,
It's about
He took his moment. He was gonna
Sorry.
He was gonna say the guy's name in his own voice.
Yeah. No,
Sorry,
you
Sonata, I took that from you, my bad.
You good? You're good.
But on the bright side, you can now say his name in my voice.
That's true.
Optimal.
Rahadin. Back in his hands.
Oh, I love
you know how I
that.
said we had to that it would be a good idea to stay together?
Yes, and I suppose we have a destination too now, this village of Barovia.
Well, of course, not just that. I was more saying it might be a bit difficult, she says, looking towards Viz as she keeps walking forward.
I just look up at her and smile. Like a dog.
Actually, wait a minute. Come on, Viz. Come on, Viz.
Should we
That's so good.
tie some rope as a leash?
Oh god, I don't know how to respond. Hang on.
I need a moment to process that. This is starting to look like a dream I had last night.
God damn it! I love it.
Can Kare survey the surroundings? Can we actually see this village in the distance? Like, what is around
No, you
us?
can't. You can't see the village. It's basically what's around you is you're still. It's basically the same stuff as
Are we in like a
before the
forest, or is it clear?
Yeah, it looks like you're in a road that goes through the forest, but the road's pretty wide. It's about like 5 or 6 meters wide. Like it's a pretty wide road.
Okay.
Yeah, and it just looks like you're in a massive road in the middle of a forest, and you can see in the distance that like the road sort of like bends, but it's pretty far in the distance.
And did Rahidin go down this road that leads to the
Yes.
village? Okay.
Yes, he did. Yes. It's there's no other. It's just a road in the forest. There's no forks or anything.
Okay.
This is at the very edge of your vision. You can see a bend, and that's it.
But how is Viz responding there?
Oh god, we're still doing that one. He looks up at you, starts wagging his tail, laughs, and then just walks away.
Oh, there goes
Goes
that
sky viewing or something. I don't know. And something else picks up his attention.
idea. Well, let it be said that I didn't try. So let it not be said that I didn't try. Alright, let's keep going.
Dude, see, you didn't have any treats, mate. You need to get Dream Cook to cook you up some treats to bait him in.
It should have kept some of those what are those onions or whatever from the other time.
The pickles.
The pickles. Those ones.
Is there, on that topic, is there any sort of vegetation around, like anything that looks edible?
Roll an investigation.
Good at that.
Click on investigation.
Oh baby,
11.
thought you were good at that.
Oh, I am. I do have a plus. Sorry, I unticked it. That's what happened. I'm +2. So it's a 13.
13. You sort of find like you don't really like as far as like things that look edible. You sort of like find like some like weeds and stuff that sort of like they look like they wouldn't hurt you if you ate them, but like as far as like such like actual sustenance, it's sort of like on the fence. Like you're not really sure, but like they're harmless. They look harmless. Like they wouldn't hurt you at all, and you don't really find anything out. It's just sort of like it was just general weeds and stuff, and like there's like a few like really ominous looking mushrooms like in like the near the roots of some of the trees. You like those really look dangerous. You definitely don't want to eat them.
Kari is going to go collect those ominous looking mushrooms.
All right.
He's not going to eat them. He's just going to put them in the back somewhere.
All right. You gain 3 poisonous mushrooms.
Fuck yeah! These may come in handy later.
This is like that
Now I gotta work
thing I
out
put
how
in
to
this one
add.
the other day.
As I see Kare walk over and pick up the mushrooms, I'm going to scream, "Are you honestly going to eat the food from this world? Really?"
Oh no. These let's just say I'm sure I'll find a use for these someday.
I swear to God, if Viz eats this, I'm going to be very upset.
Well, I'll keep them somewhere safe.
Bird?
Do I actually? I wonder.
Maybe tying up Viz isn't a bad
I have
idea.
a little chest. Kari's gonna put it in there and lock it.
Okay.
I have a
Thank
little
you.
chest, so it's
That
fine.
is a much safer option.
I was just like looking towards coin purse. I think that you and I both don't want to starve out here. Let's go.
How the fuck do I add items? Oh, there. That's how.
Bell's walking.
I'm following.
Yeah, Kari's following.
Yeah, I'm making sure Viz comes because I'm on babysitting duty.
Oh, okay.
If you've never seen a bird face palm before, you're seeing it now.
Would it be more like beak?
It looks like a dab.
Dabbing.
So you're traveling down the road.
Mm-hmm.
You sort of like it's sort of like just very uneventful travel. Like there's like wind brushing through like the forests around you, and it's very like sort of it's almost like there's like a strange tension in the air as you guys walk through the forest, and it's like as if there's like, the trees have eyes and that they're watching you. But after a few hours of travel, about 3 hours of travel, you come to a clearing. Like you sort of like leave the forest, like the edge of the forest, and then what you see is just like sort of a vast swath of farmland. And it just looks derelict. Like there's nothing's growing. The sort of fields that are close to you are just ridden with weeds and stuff. Looks like it's been abandoned pretty much. And then like far away in the distance to your left, you sort of see like a very far away river that runs through. And then the forest beyond that as it wraps around. And directly ahead of you, you can sort of see like lights in the distance of sort of like candle lights. That like it's very odd in the sense that they're very faint, but they sort of flicker on and off, like coming from some very distant farmhouses that you can see in some distance.
Heavens, it's not even like it's bad. It's just like this place has had the beauty sucked out of it.
It is quite an unpleasant land.
Well, by the time I'm out of here, I hope I can change that at least.
I would be happy to get away from this place. But we are stuck here. We might as well. And
Just to be sure, though. Like I mentioned before, I'm terrible with names. Would it be all right if I just had an easy way to remember yours?
remember Kare's.
Mm.
Kare doesn't really understand what she's asking and sort of gives a quizzical look. My name is Kare. I don't quite. I'm not following. What do you
Did
ask?
You ever have a nickname or something like that? When you were
Oh
young?
no, not so. I've spent most of my life alone, you see. Bit of a hermit.
Oh, well.
But if you want to make a nickname for me, I suppose I'm not opposed to it, he says with like a little bit of a blush.
I'll think of one.
Okay then. And then he sort of points towards the village. Well, should we make our way into this town?
Of course. She's already she's just saying this while walking.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Haven't walked this much since the last high harvest tide out in the field ward.
You're on a pilgrimage of sorts, no? If I remember right.
Well, before this, I was.
I imagine walking would.
Well, the pilgrimage was more part of the caravan. It was more where I was going, not so much the journey about getting there. But I have a feeling that's slightly changed now.
I suppose so. And then Carrie's gonna turn towards the rest of the party, I guess, and sort of say, I suppose we are going to be stuck with each other's company for some time, and I would like to get to know you better. So what's your story pointing towards coin purse? As best as you can manage, I suppose, considering your condition. I'm sorry, Sonata.
You chose this.
I did.
I did.
No,
Oh,
Sonata
you did.
chose
Yeah,
this.
he did. Yeah.
I knew this environment wouldn't help.
He pulls out parchment, and then
Shitty.
he'll pull out Quill, and he says, "Tonight by the fire," and that's all you hear. And then he puts the paper and quill away.
That's cheating.
Harry says, "I'll look forward to it." And then turns to Dreamcook and, "How about you? What's your quest, I suppose?"
Honestly, it's a long story, but if you want to hear it, we do have a long walk. I come from a very far village up in the mountains. There were 8 cooks, 8 elders if you wanted. They were in charge of dealing dishes, foods, and just make extremely good tasting food. However, in the recent times, they've been getting slack. They've been falling behind, and they need to understand that food is an art form. It cannot be perfect now, and it will never be perfect. And I want to strive to be perfect. However, because of my bloodline, I am forbidden to ever join the elders. But I will join the Circle of Elders. Currently, there are 8. In fact, they call them the Eternal 8, but once I join them, it will be called the Eternal 9.
Oh my god!
So I am searching throughout the world to find recipes and amazing tasting food to take back and earn my rightful place as the Eternal Knight. And I'm hoping that sisters that we
Deep
can
lore.
take this journey together.
Deep lore is deep.
That is my story.
Oh my god.
Harry says, "Well, at least we won't go hungry on this. While lost in this
beautiful,
place."
Honestly, I'm not very good. I got a long way to go.
Well, that's not reassuring.
Right, it's a long journey. We'll have plenty of time.
Dude, when he first told me that, I was fucking in tears.
Yeah, that is amazing. Oh my god. That is great.
Oh god. All right. It's sort of like you guys have been like walking for like quite a long time now. Like this, it's sort of like late afternoon, I'd say. So it's been about 5 hours, 6 hours since you encountered Rahadin at the gate.
Mhm.
And you sort of you like the actual village is within sight now. You can see it. It's maybe an hour's journey away, if that. Like it's fairly close. So you can sort of see like the smoke coming out of chimneys in the distance. And at this point, you are sort of walking through. Like this farmland the farmland sort of starts to look a bit better now. You can sort of see the signs that people have been tending to it, though it's not really. It's still in like disrepair. Like it's not very well managed, but you can see that at least attempts have been made. And in the fields to your west, so to your left, you see just like these two just like farm cottages, and you just hear a piercing like shriek of like almost like a small girl screaming out, and then that's all you hear.
I was running.
All right. I will
Bell
move.
is absolutely running over there.
Okay.
I follow suit.
Hey, weird.
Let me just move you all onto the map. All right, so
It hears the sound, and
you
everyone
heard-
else running. It was like,
You heard it from the closest one. This one here,
So the big one.
the big one. Yeah. So you said Dell's approaching it.
I think you're missing some people.
Am I?
No,
Dream
man.
Cook's-
I'm on here.
Oh, really?
Oh,
This should be 5. Yeah.
yeah, we're all here.
Really? I don't see Fidelis.
What?
He's right behind. Yeah.
Why are you
look
getting
there.
rid of the Eternal Nine, dude? Come on.
I
a
actually do not see his character.
That's fine.
It's so weird.
Yeah, it's right on his cursor. Right. Let me just delete you and re-add you, Fidelity. See if that
I
works.
see it.
I'm stealthed.
Okay.
Am I the only one that wasn't seeing him?
no,
Maybe I'll
see.
delete. I'll re-add you. Can you see him now, Fidelity? Peter?
No, I'm just gonna refresh. Really
Just
weird.
refresh.
Character's
Alright.
invisible to me.
I didn't like your story you did to me.
There he is. I can see him.
You can see him now.
Yeah.
All right. So
This is weird.
you get to about probably. I want to say to the edge of this field, Anna. If you're approaching the house, you choose to
Mhm.
approach the house entirely.
Okay. At that point, she's going to get right there.
Okay. Stop. Everyone, stop.
Hang on, Kari was hanging back up there. Sorry.
That's fine. At this point, a sort of misshapen looking misshapen looking almost it looks like some kind of dog mixed with a bear mixed with a person. It's this, and he's sort of hunched over. He's sort of maybe 5 feet tall or whatever, and he's sort of he looks rabid, looks like feral, and he sort of rushes out. Hears
What
footsteps,
is that?
and he sort of looks at you, Belle, and then he lets out the piercing scream that you heard earlier of a little girl. And I want you guys to roll
It's
initiative.
unfortunate.
Dude,
Well, I need to
best
actually
part-
put you in combat.
Dude, the best part is, Vinci, is that we don't hear you scream. We just hear it from Peter's mic, so it just sounds like someone screaming in the room over. It's like, the immersion!
Initiative.
Yeah, initiative. Yeah.
Where's the initiative? This one. Hiya.
How do I roll initiative? Oh, roll initiative.
Wait, which one's me? Am I winning? Oh, I'm winning! I thought I was the red one.
Wait,
You
yeah,
were holy crap.
I don't see initiative screen or anything like we did before.
It's the.
It's
the
loading
second
up.
tab.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Wasn't there a way to pop this out?
Yes,
Yeah, you
right click.
click it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, where?
If you
Like a
right click the
little
fist in the chat.
So where your menu tabs are, the speech bubbles, the fist, the people at the very top of where all the chat is. If you right click on it, it pops out.
Oh, right. That's initiative. Okay, cool. Yep.
All right. So you are up first. You Viz. Oh wait, actually,
That's not what I wanted. Sorry.
before you go, I need to. Oh, you can do whatever you
I need to do a measuring tape.
If you just pick up your character and drag it, you'll be able to see it.
Yeah.
Oh, I did the thing Buer did.
Yeah, I did accidentally.
Did you guys get a radius tool?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
learning. It's
Trying
fine.
to figure out the.
They stupid.
I worked it out. It's fine.
That's right.
You just hover over it and press delete.
Yeah,
never
I
mind.
deleted it for him.
He's got it.
What's the distance you can walk? 25 feet? 20 feet?
It's on your character sheet.
I think
Probably
It
Cobalt.
says speed.
Yeah, just
Alright.
speed.
I think
Cobalt's
Cobalt's a 30.
A 30,
aren't they?
yeah. I'm pretty sure they're 30.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to move
You
to say.
can dash as well.
I I don't really want to get that close. I'm going to move up by my Kenku friend here. And then... Close enough. I am going to cock my light crossbow. That
You're gonna
should be close. Should be close enough for the crossbow, I think.
Yeah, shoot him. I'm pretty sure crossbows have pretty big range on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, 80 short, 320 long.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I do that normal. It's an advantage in that one.
Wait, don't you have advantage? Oh no, because someone has
Only
to be
when someone's
close
close to it. Yeah.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah, roll
Hits.
damage.
Normal.
9.
Damn.
With me for a second.
He's doing this all the while laughing all the way because he loves the sound of the scream.
I'm still hung up on that. Yeah. So the crossbow bolt, you shoot, you fire, and you sort of you catch him like right in like the ball joint of like his shoulder, and it's just like it like pierces through, and it sort of gets stuck in there, and it's like he lets out the same little girl scream that you heard before, like in pure agony, and it's sort of like he's like very angry now. He's like looking around to see where that came from, and his gaze locks onto you.
I don't have my Kenku. Kenku, protect me.
All right, Dream Cook.
I'm gonna. I can't get actually closer, so I'm just gonna.
I'm
Start
gonna get the
moving
fuck out.
towards this direction, just to see if like I can catch like something on the other side of the building,
Mhm.
because I'm a little worried that we've just kind of ran in, and we haven't surveyed the surroundings. So I'm just gonna go that direction because I don't want to get in the thick of it yet. So that's
As if
actually no,
you
I can
didn't
dash,
think I
can't
was
I?
a
Yeah.
fan.
You can dash.
Yeah. I'll just dash to there. Boom, 60 feet.
All right, that's your turn.
Yep.
All right. On the at the edge of this building, you sort of the very like brittle wooden door on it gets knocked out and just like scatters along the ground, and that's it. Nothing comes out just yet, but you hear groaning sound from inside. Mirabelle.
Hello.
Oh
So,
no.
So, when this thing actually came out,
Mm-hmm.
like as in before it got shot,
Yep.
was it actually looking hostile?
It wasn't really hostile. It looked mad. Like it looks mad, like rabid. Like it looks like that if it had seen you guys and if you'd gotten
sorry,
too
yeah,
close to
right,
it.
right, yeah, you did say rabid.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
rapid. So yeah, you do feel that like if you had like if you had gotten too close to it, it definitely
Yeah,
would
yeah,
have
yeah.
it would have been hostile towards you.
Got it. At which point, well, this did not work at all last session, but I'm gonna try. Mirabelle's gonna use Sacred Flame on
I
this.
believe in
item.
you.
I believe in myself a little bit less than usual, but hey, let's give it a crack. Can you make a DC 12 deck save?
Let's have a look.
Sorry,
He
DC
does
It's
12.
coming
not.
up as question marks, by the way.
Hey, bada
Yeah.
bing.
That's what they should have been before. You shouldn't have seen the rolls I did before, but it doesn't matter.
Oops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bada bing.
Wait, it was a dex save, right?
Yeah, it's a dex save. DC 14 dex
Yeah,
save.
yep, that's cool.
4 radiant damage. Yay.
4
It's something.
radiant damage.
And
Alright.
sizzlesy sozzle.
So how does radiant flame actually work? Does it come out? Do you actually shoot a flame at them?
I
or-
don't shoot it. Basically, like it's a flame that descends on them from above.
Oh, okay. Okay, so like a flame sort of comes down from above and just strikes the creature like in like on like right on his hair, and it sort of like actually like sets the little fur he had on his head sort of on fire, and he's sort of patting it, going trying to put it out. And something unusual that you notice about the about the sacred fire that comes down, Mirabelle, is that while before it was like this bright pure flame, it's actually like a very dark green color now.
What?
Oh, holy light.
All right, is that your turn?
Mm-hmm.
All right, coin purse.
Okie dokie. I'm going to move 30 feet and stab him.
Roll to hit. That hits.
Oh snap! All right. I don't get sneak attack because no one's around him, and I didn't have advantage. I don't know why I did that one. That would be plus my dex, which is 4 because I have a dex of 18.
Yeah, so it's 8 damage.
Yeah, and then
That was your dagger, right?
yeah, and then I would do the
He's
offhand
looking
attack.
fairly hurt. Like your dagger sort of catches him in like his left rib, and it's sort of like, he catches him like really deep, and you sort of just twist the knife as you pull it out. He's just sort of hunches forward, just sort of looking up at you, going, "Oh."
All right, I'm gonna swing again with my other dagger.
Mhm.
I probably could just use a regular attack. It's gonna miss.
That
huh?
hits.
Oh shit. Okay. That's the one that only gets the one. So 2
damage.
2 damage.
All right. You sort of like, as you like sort of lunge forward with your dagger to sort of like stab him directly in the face, you sort of like just move slightly to the side. The dagger still cuts him, so like there's like a very nasty deep cut along like his cheek, and like the very long goes like towards the back of his skull as your dagger like slices through his skin, cuts off like a section of his ear as you do it, but he's still sort of standing and he's still breathing.
Alright, that's my turn.
All right, Kare.
Kari's gonna say, I really wish you wouldn't scream. He's gonna sort of run forward there, and he's gonna use Hex on this, which is a bonus action.
Yes.
And he's gonna shoot an Eldritch Blast at it.
Oh snap.
All right.
Eldritch Blast.
13.
All right. That hits him.
Hey.
As your Eldritch Blast fires.
Not a bad roll.
Nice.
And it also takes 1d6 because of Hex. I need to remember that. So it takes 8.
Yeah, like
That wasn't a taste.
your Eldritch Blast, like sort of as you let loose, it sort of just skims over Coinpurse's shoulder, and like it's sort of like it's the direction that like it's almost like as he sort of moved his head to dodge the stab from Coinpurse, he moves it directly into the path of your Eldritch Blast, and it just completely blows his head off. It's just like
shit.
blown to smithereens. Coinpurse actually sort of gets a little bit of brain matter sort of exploded onto him.
Blit.
Explosions.
Yeah, this man is mega dead.
That's great. Love it.
All right, is it the end of your turn?
Yes, yep. Kari's turn.
All right. And then all of a sudden you hear, "Hold the line!" As God, I gotta toggle this. Boop. One bursts out of this window, and he's sort of like he's sort of like wondering what's going on, and he's sort of like starting to like goes to like to run this way towards the other hut, and Oh, I actually need to. Oh my god, what did I just?
Oh, guys,
There we
he's
go.
rolling dice. You rolled a question mark.
Okay, fine. And he sort of, and he sort of, as he sort of lets out another scream. We need backup up here! And then, as he says that, launching out of this building is like this very haunting-looking zombie. Ooh. He sort of just turns, and like his gaze like locks onto you, Dreamcook. Ooh.
I'm gonna guess they're friends.
And
Just a hunch.
Then
he's sort of going to, and he's also going to sprint, sort of just move in between, and then so that's his move, and it's back to Viz.
What? Okay, so pack tactics
Yes.
draws in the attention of everything around me and gives everyone initiative. But what is close? Like, do I have to be within like
That
hitting?
is not what pack tactics does, my guy.
Oh,
No,
pack
you're
tactics,
looking at the other one.
Cower, and
I'm pretty
Level
sure
cower
it's.
and bag is enemies within 10 feet of you. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
it's
sure.
very close.
Cool. Just checking. Cool.
Yeah, I remember that there was a distance on it.
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
looked at it before and couldn't see one. That's the only reason I was asking. Alright. So Viz is going to move to about there.
Mm-hmm.
And then he is. Yeah. He's just gonna shoot with his crossbow again.
Yep.
Oh, at the monkey thing.
At the monkey-looking fucker.
Yeah.
All right, roll to hit.
Where am I? Chat, attack, normal still. Guessing that probably hits.
That definitely hits. Yeah. All right. Yeah, you sort of let loose your crossbow bolt and it like catches him, sort of like as he's sort of like running towards like his position and stuff. You catch him in the back of his knee, like the bolt like directly pierces like right through, and he sort of just stumbles a bit, and he like he stops moving and he's just looking around and see where that came from. Cool. That's your end of your turn?
I concur.
I can read that one.
Damn it, I can't. FF.
Alright, it is your turn, Dreamcook.
Okay. Did this one scream when it got hit?
No, it didn't
Alright.
scream. It didn't say anything when it got hit.
But for that matter, does this one seem rabid as well?
Yes, it does seem rabid.
I'm gonna go over this side.
Any more
So I
owls,
can
just kill him.
Run around him and kind of rout him and block him.
Mhm.
Then I'm going to Rage-Roo.
Rage.
Because of all the noise is just hissing me off. Then I'm gonna swing at him with my great axe.
Mm-hmm. See if this man can actually hit something.
Oh,
Sheesh! Holy shit!
Alright, you sort of like
What a guy.
you sort of get ready to like bring your axe down like right in like a big overhead cleave to sort of just cleave him in two, take him out. And sort of but as you as you bring it, as you go to bring it down, the your axe actually gets caught on the in a like sort of in the railing above you on the hatch, and it gets stuck deep in the wood, and you sort of just lurch forward, and go oh, and so you gotta yank your axe back out, and it's sort of just like you just lose balance for a little bit and go, oh shit.
The muscle of the group, everyone.
Let's
go.
All right. This man is going to come up to you. Oh.
Rod zombie.
And
He's
miss.
like, oh, he's like sort of just.
If all things
You guys can see his name?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
shows
you can
on-
see his name and everything.
God damn it.
I can't see it.
It's in the
from the combat tracker.
Oh yeah, in the combat tracker.
Ah, well, it doesn't matter.
It's a zombie. We didn't see the name. It's fine.
Yeah, we know it's. You know what's
The name doesn't matter. The name doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's just how it's written in the because this is one of the importer monsters that auto imported.
Yeah.
And it's sort of gonna like take some like lunges at you, Fidelli. And so
No.
it sort of goes to alright, that misses.
Oh, it take 2 swing.
That misses.
I would have laughed if I heard another dice hit the fucking. Oh shit!
Alright, that hits.
If Fidelli can track zombification, I'll laugh.
Okay, I need to roll a damage on that last one. Alright. You take half damage, right, because of raging?
Yeah.
Alright, so he sort of like lunges out and just sort of bites you, but like you're sort of like so thick and muscly, you can't really get a good fucking chomp in. You only take two piercing damage.
I can do that. That's fine. Wait, why didn't that change? Oh no, it did change. Okay, we're good.
Alright. Mirabelle.
One of these things is not like the others. One of these things is very clearly undead.
Mm-hmm.
Mirabelle's gonna run up. So she's gonna run up.
You don't like the undead. Ooh.
So she's gonna run up. I don't know why I didn't want me to drag that one. Oh, that's why I was using the fucking ruler. I'm stupid. And second verse, same as the first. She's gonna go for a Sacred Flame on the Zamboni.
Alright.
Bada boom. Can you? I have a feeling that a zombie's not going to be having much fun with the dex save.
Ugh, he did not make that save.
Alrighty. Show me. Hey,
the money!
Is the money?
Yeah. This like green flame descends from above, sort of just slams straight into the zombie's back. Sort of just lurches forward and goes, "Arr!" Yeah, we be. Alright. And that's the end of your move. Turn, I take it?
Mm-hmm.
Coin purse.
Shit.
Can you use that Can't You Fly? Let's go. Wait.
They can't fly. Do I just leave him to get beat on?
Oh, actually, sorry. Wait, don't go just yet, Sonata. I actually forgot to do something.
You should run through the house, Sonata.
Give me the con save. Give me it.
It's not a con save that I had to roll.
Damn it. Oh no.
Ellie has zombification.
So as your flame hit it, Anna, it's sort of like his like one of his like arms that was like barely staying on to his torso, just like sort of like flies off, and I'm just going to. Didn't actually plan for this. We'll just say that this is his arm. Oh no, that's. I will use this for purposes. I have this on hand. This wolf is the zombie's arm.
Careful, Peter.
And it sort of just gets blown off behind him to just here. Alright.
Biz points at the arm and looks at Mirabelle. Fruit.
I guess I will move my 30 feet and if anything comes near me, I'm gonna stab it. I'll ready in action.
Ready in action? Alright.
Yeah. That's it.
Peter. Oh, you're really up there.
Yeah, it is Kare's turn. Yep.
Alright, so Kare is going to run there, I guess. And he can move the hex as well as out of his bonus action. So he's going to move it onto the other mongrel folk.
Yep.
And he's once again going to shoot a purple death beam.
The purple death beam.
Nice.
Which hopefully that hits.
That does hit.
Hey!
Nice.
Alright. Roll some damage. And he put hex on it, so fuck me.
Wow.
But I'll take it.
Hex helped you out there.
Hex help for now.
Savage. Let's go.
You sort of you hit him with your Eldritch Blast, and it sort of like leaves like a chunk out of it's like left arm. It's just like it's almost like someone's and he's like on his bicep, someone's just taken like a massive bite out of it, and it's just sort of sizzling, and he's sort of like holding it now. He's like and he's got like one hand on that, and then he's like severed hand is sort of holding onto his knee, and he just looks like the man just had a bad day.
It's just a flesh wound.
A flesh wound.
All right. Is it the end of your turn? All right. Speaking of which, the guy who's sort of just clutching, and he's like, at the moment he's been hit from all angles, and he's just sort of like he's rabid, he's delirious, he doesn't know what's going on, and he sort of he like lets go of his arm, lets it dangle, he pulls out a dagger, and he sort of just goes to shank it in the thing that's nearest to him. So he goes to shank it in Fidelity, in Dreamcook. Does a 17 hit?
Yeah.
All right. You take. Oh, well, you're still raging, so you only take 1 piercing damage.
1 pest.
And he's going to try and take a bite out of you as well. 16 hit.
Meets beats.
Huh?
Meets beats. So yeah.
Yeah, meets beats. Yeah. Okay. Damage. You take 1 more piercing damage.
Dragon's bugged out dice. You can't read.
No, it's because it's DM, right? Not meant to be.
Oh no, yeah, but they're all mirrored to me, so they're like all bugged out. Yeah.
Oh really? Oh well, doesn't matter. Yeah, he's sort of like he's just like he's not even going to move. He's sort of just entirely just paralyzed by pain almost. And he's acting entirely on instinct. All right, it's back to Viz.
All right. 45 feet. God damn it. Viz is. I was going to do something stupid, but it's alright. Viz is going to move up to.
Dude, go for it. Do the stupid thing.
Alright. Are there any windows on this house on this side?
There is a window just behind this tree, sort of just here.
Behind that tree there?
Yep.
Is it can I jump through it?
It's reasonably high. You have to make an acrobatics check if you wanted to try and do it.
Viz loses complete focus of what's going on with this fight, walks over to the window, and attempts to jump into it.
Alright, roll an acrobatics check.
Please fail. Smacks into the wall.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh
Nah,
damn.
that's easy. It's like almost like you've been doing this your whole life. You sort of like put your hands like just reaching the cinder hill, and you pull yourself up, and you sort of like smash the window. There's no glass or anything on the window. It's sort of just open, and you actually do like a little flip in the air, and you sort of like land inside, and inside it's just sort of like there's no signs of life. It's sort of derelict. You know, it looks like no one's really been there for a while. You see like a bunch of like skeletons in one corner, and it's sort of like in the corner, sort of like sorry, at the edge of the room back here. You see like an empty fireplace, and you sort of hear scratching, and that's it.
Alright. Got to getting interested in the fireplace.
All right,
That's my turn.
That's your turn. Dream Cook.
I am gonna crack a wobbly at the guy who just bit me on the shoulder. Yeah. But out of the corner of my eye, I see a specific little blue rat just completely just jump through a window and abandon me. I'm gonna take note of that one, and then I'm gonna swing at this zombie thing next to me.
Wait, so which one are you attacking? You're attacking the zombie or the guy who bit you?
The zombie.
Zombie, okay.
Well, he bit me as well.
Oh, true. He did. He did bite you.
But I'm not gonna miss. I might miss. 14.
There's no way that misses. Surely not.
That doesn't miss. No.
It's a zombie.
Roll damage.
Oh, and then this has a hang on, situational bonus. So if I write
+2 from your
plus
rage.
2,
Yeah.
yeah.
Baba boom.
Big
Big damage.
7 slashing.
7 slashing. All right. Yeah, you sort of. Wait, I need to actually. Oh God. Okay. So you sort of like bring your axe. Like you've learned from your past mistake. You don't go for an overhand this time. You sort of come from the side. You actually catch the zombie clean in its neck, and you just take its head completely off. And it sort of
Slayer.
and it just falls behind you, and you sort of go, heh. But then the zombie
can't bite me now.
it doesn't fall down, and then like the head that you chopped off sort of pops back upright and sort of like looks up at you.
What the fuck?
We need another
But it
random.
can still bite me.
That's its head.
That's his head.
Yes,
I'll
add
move
to my
back.
vocabulary.
That's true. So now I can say that now.
All right. Its arm is like sort of going to crawl like around like through the legs of the Mongol folk. And it's sort of like in the movies, you know, sort of like it's just like like it's like doing the worm, and it sort of drags itself around, and the arm is going to take a swing at you.
We can go home now. This isn't meant to happen.
16.
Yeah, it hits.
Jesus.
All right, so you take 1 slashing again.
Oh, gosh.
It hurts, man. Stop.
The zombie's gonna slash you with its other arm as well.
Death by 1,000.
The one that's still attached.
Your health at the moment, Fidelity.
Does it
Me, I'm
13
fine.
hit?
No.
13 doesn't hit, does it?
13 now misses.
Alright.
Yo, I'm a tank for a reason. It's fine.
And the head's sort of gonna like inch, and it actually falls over, and it's just sort of and it actually tries to wiggle and ends up rolling towards you, and it sort of bumps into your foot, and then tries to take a bite out of your foot.
I'm wearing steel caps.
Oh fuck!
17 hit.
Yeah.
Damn.
So the zombie sort of just grips onto your feet, onto your ankles, and it's just gnawing.
This just looks so comical in my fucking head.
5. I'm pretty sure you take half and you take the highest, so you take 3.
It's whenever you half it, it's always rounded down. Actually,
Oh, it's already rounded down, is it?
yeah.
Oh, okay, so you take 2. Sorry.
Oh, big.
I'd say that the head was going to do the most amount of damage if all that zombie's done.
And
Yeah.
the head's actually like its teeth is like sort of like stuck in your foot now, and so the head's actually attached to your feet. Like it's not. It hasn't let go.
Now, you know what? You know how I was making people make deck saves before? Fuck it. What if I just make them make 3 at once?
Okay.
Can you hit it all?
I am fucking going over here,
Mm-hmm.
and I am casting Burning Hands.
Hell yeah!
Fuck you.
Wait, this is a conal, right?
Yeah.
Does that hits? Yeah, each creature.
I think it's only 15 though. I think he might be okay. Yeah.
It's gonna smell bad.
Okay, yeah, okay, won't hit him yet. All right.
It's gonna smell
Perfect.
real bad.
All right. So what is it? It's a
DC
dex
14 deck saves.
D14.
Nelly's having to like hold his foot out so like the head is in one of those squares.
All right. All right. Got to roll 1. And this one. 14. Okay. You hit the mongrel folk and his head.
No worries.
But
the other one takes half damage from this.
Half damage. Okay, yeah. So roll
And
damage.
soon, if this not be your fire, I beg forgiveness. But anyway,
Ooh.
9 damage. So
9 damage.
9, 4.
Okay. So God. Wait. So it's damage that one.
So 9 to this dude, 9 to the fucking head of that dude.
Yep.
4 to this dude.
4 to the
Yeah,
arm.
was it for that one? So that's okay. So as the flames roll over the 3 of these, the mongrel folk sort of just like says, "Get down!" And he sort of like the rolls in agony as he's on fire, and he's sort of just like he's like panting. He's like barely breathing now. He's looking. He's like he's got half of his arm is missing. He's got like a crossbow bolt through his head, and now he's like basically on fire. He's sort of just he looks like he's about to fall over. The and as the fire rushes over the head and the arm, it's sort of like they get singed, but the other than that, nothing really happens, and the zombie sort of just turns and looks at you, like the head, and he's just.
You make a great job.
While it's still attached to my foot, though, right?
Yeah. He doesn't let go. He's just like he's like pulling on your skin as he does it to see where they came from.
Mirabelle takes 5 feet back that way, and I end my turn.
Parasite. Fideli's got a new skill. The head
Alright,
is just a
coin
turtle.
I
toss.
don't like this. I'm gonna move up here and wait. That's
Hey,
the
no.
ruler. Yeah, I know, right? I'm staying behind. Fuck this shit. I'm going to stabby stab. The mongrel
shit.
folk. Oh shit.
Oh,
This dude is
damage is a formality at this point. This man's barely breathing.
This man has had a
Okay.
bad day.
You
Do
do
it
what you want
anyway.
to do, this man. This is on
Do it
you.
anyway.
How do you want to do this?
Do the damage anyway. I want to see this shit.
All right,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not
well-
gonna do sneak attack because I can get that on my second attack. Critical hit, blam.
Got him.
Got him. Yeah, I just run over and I just take my dagger, stab it through his eye, and just tear it and slash out to his other eye.
Oh,
And just rip it out, have all the gore spilling off.
As you like stab it and like bring it across, like the man sort of almost like a sigh of relief as he's sort of released from the agony that he is in, and he sort of just he almost looks at peace as the mongrel folk is lying on the ground without any eyes.
And in that same motion, I'll spin around and try to stab the head on the floor.
Okay.
On my foot.
Foot.
On his
It's
foot,
attached to my
On
foot.
his foot, yeah.
I'll hold my fucking leg out for you.
it's attached to his foot.
Oh no.
Oh,
I missed the head.
wait,
I'm flailing around
I need
too
to
much.
actually
My
check.
bad.
Does the head have an AC?
The head does have an AC. That's what I'm looking at. No, you hit it, and
Oh my
actually, so you sort of like you actually your dagger sort of like pierces it directly like through its eye, and it sort of like
there's going to be
like-
a theme with these, aren't there?
and it sort of like lets out like a piercing scream, like almost like it's like the soul is leaving the zombie, and it goes, oh, and like the head just goes, like it actually sort of lets go of Fideli's foot and like flops to the ground, and his life of his body that is sort of reaching out to take another swipe sort of just stops and falls over. Same with the hand who's
Oh, thank
getting
God.
ready to claw at Fideli's other foot. Stops moving. Alright. That's that. You are now out of combat.
Da 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 da. Viz goes and investigates the fireplace. Food.
Harry's gonna come step towards.
What on
Alright.
earth is that thing?
Alright, just wait a second. So as the investigates the fireplace, Viz investigates the fireplace. It's not very well hidden. They're just it's just sitting there in the fireplace. Is three little mongrel babies,
Ooh.
born
Oh,
maybe
no.
This is apparent now.
born maybe
Congratulations.
Or he's
I don't
about
know.
to eat.
Food?
they're very like they're like eyes are still shut, like they're only like maybe a few days old at most, and they're sort of just screeching a little bit, very soft.
We just killed a family and the inbred son came from out the back. Oh no.
Jesus
I see
Christ.
someone else here has seen Harold and Kumar.
Do you guys want to do your thing? I'm thinking. You guys handle what you're doing right now.
Okay. So as it's happening, Mirabelle, you went up to the zombie.
It's like the fucking mongrel thing. Like so what the fuck is this thing?
The other mongrel thing.
Well, do our characters know? Does anyone here know?
Roll a nature check, I guess.
Us?
I'm just Anna right now. If you want, you can give him the help action.
I don't fucking know shit about this dude.
Okay then. They like you've never seen these things before. They just look like they look like
How about
like-
Kari? Would Kari have ever encountered one of these? Like, would these be in Baldur's Gate, for instance?
no.
So it's totally strange.
Yeah, none of you have ever seen this creature before. But like as you get closer, you get a better look at it. I have and I'll show you. So you should be able to see that. So you can see that, like, as you get closer, that like they sort of look peaceful and stuff. Like you they. Oh, this one is missing. It's like it's pretty much it's like upper part of its face. Upper part of its face.
That's-
Yes. This one actually you can see that it actually has a fish foot, and you can actually see that it has gills. Like if you were to move its robes a little bit, you would be able to see that it has gills sort of that run along the edge of its neck. But and it's sort of just it has foamed at its mouth a bit. But yeah, it doesn't really look like it has any belongings on it. It's sort of just got like a simple leather pouch. But like other than that, it's almost in rags.
Lighting another cigarette, Kare. Say, whatever it is, I don't think it's quite natural.
Natural? I cut his fucking head off and he kept swinging at me! That is not natural!
Well, that thing is a zombie. I can tell you that much. But
You said he had a pouch on him?
I
I'll,
think that's an old can of Coke.
Ugh.
I'll
just finds an old can of Coke on the fucking.
can I go?
Maybe that is my can of Coke. It's just got hot. You want to look at the leather pouch?
Kare's gonna go into this house while he's doing that as well.
So you open up the leather pouch, you just find like honestly some old like moldy cheese and like these like metal coins. They don't look like any kind of currency that you've ever seen before, but they almost like resemble like they it's more almost like bronze more than copper. Like it doesn't it's you've never really seen them, and they look really rough. Like they don't look like they've been made by anyone. They're very crude. You find about 2 or 3. You find about 3 of these coins. And that's it. That's all that's in the pouch.
I'll pocket the coins and then I'll look to Dreamcook. Where did he go? Oh, he's already running away.
Oh, I'm gonna go deal with this blue rat that ran
I'm gonna
away.
throw the cheese at Dreamcook and say, "We didn't get paid enough for this."
Ooh, I'll take that.
So you have
cheese.
moldy cheese. It's like moldy.
Do you want to do an investigation check as you go into that house, Peter?
Yes, Kare's looking around, seeing if he can't find anything valuable or interesting or investigation check. Yeah, I'll take it.
So the first thing you notice when you walk in is that it sort of looks. This is sort of like almost like a storehouse. But it looks like it's long been ravaged. It's like there's a few barrels that have been broken open. They're empty in it. But as you walk in, you actually see a raven that's sort of just pecking around at on the ground and stuff. And as you walk in, it sort of looks at you for an instant, and its gaze pierces through you, and it lets out a "caw" and just shoots out one of the windows and flies away.
Bit unnerving.
As you investigate around, you find a few rations and like 2 silver coins that have just been sort of tucked away in this nook, but that's about it. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Ewa goes and licks one of the babies. Big slobbery lick.
Hey.
As if tasting.
It's sort of like do you pick it up and lick it? Do you pick it up and lick it, or do you just like bend over and lick it?
Just bend over.
Okay, so you do.
Yeah, bend over.
As you bend over it and you lick it, it actually sort of like it still lets out a cry, and it sort of like squirms a little bit, and it actually sort of kobolds have whiskers, right? I'm pretty sure they have whiskers. Do they have whiskers?
Not these kobolds.
Okay, I get confused with kobolds. But it sort of like grabs onto like as your mouth opens, it sort of grabs onto your lip, like very gently, like you could just pull away and it let go. It doesn't have much strength at all. And it they just keep crying.
Oh, Ew. He pulls out his shield and like sort of scoops them up on his shield.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yeah, you can do that. That's fine.
And then I start walking out the door.
Mirabelle's like while that's going on, like Belle's looking at her holy symbol.
Mm.
Something about this ain't right. She's gonna cast light.
Okay, that just it's like that's a torch, right?
Yeah, it's the same light as a torch, but
Yep.
Does that just go out normally?
Yeah, that's fine. That works.
That's fine. The sacred flame is just fucking green.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That light's normal.
Huh.
Your approaches Dreamcook, holding the shield kind of at arm's length with the little baby things on the edge. He's like, gross food.
fresh.
Oh
meat.
hell no! You can't even look after yourself. Oh no! Mirabelle, this is something for you, not for me. I'm Kare, yes, you need me? Yes, good. I'm gonna leave this with Mirabelle.
I love it. Shit. Well, I approach Maribel.
I'm gonna see like malformed babies on a shield.
Yep, they
Holding it arm's length.
They look like they look like almost mutated. Like in this form, they look like mutated, like bear cubs almost. Like, yeah, they like they sort of like have some human features in the face, but like and the rest of them is sort of like one of them's got like a lizard claw.
Gary's gonna step forward and perhaps a little cruelly.
Covers their mouth for a moment.
Oh. What'd you say? Covers his mouth.
She covers her mouth for a moment.
Oh, okay.
And then just why? Thank you, Viz. I'll make sure that they find a nice home.
Not tasty.
Carrie's gonna sort of.
She's just looking at these things in disbelief, man.
We could put them out of their misery. Just to throw an idea out there.
Product of sin, though they may be, they at least deserve life.
Not all things deserve life. And whatever.
I just look at Viz. Straight there.
And he continues. Whatever life they may have will be quite unpleasant. Too. We would be doing them a favor.
You don't know that.
Whatever this village is like, no sane person would take these under their.
Does you have him like tied on his shield, or like how did you put it on there?
On my
They're
shield.
just
I
just rolling
pick them
around,
up.
like they're sort of like just letting out like these like weak cries.
Yeah.
But
They
do with
they
them
look
as
very
you will.
weak. They're just very like they literally look like they've just been born longer, so they're not very strong.
Do as you will. I won't stand in your way.
I'll take them for now, and Viz, I'll make sure that I get this shield back to you.
Good shit.
Okay then.
Curry's sharpening a knife. Call me when you need me.
Was there anything else in that house?
Norford.
She's just gonna like slowly make her way back to the path, looking at like the dead crops. Like,
Yeah.
why were they even here?
I'm gonna.
I see you said Hada. I see.
Yeah, I was gonna say after Belle goes and does that, I'm gonna go back in the house and inspect because I don't trust this worth shit.
All right. You roll an investigation check.
Where the hell are you? Investigation.
I
Wow.
saw that roll back.
God, I thought that was like a. Oh, it was. I was like, that sort of like it rolled and then stopped moving, like it bugged out for me. Wow. So you sort of like you walk in, see, like it's just like very destroyed. It's sort of like it's been like turned. No one's been living there for a while. Like there's like cobwebs. It's all dust. Nothing really in plain sight. You sort of like on the mantelpiece above the fireplace. You sort of see just like almost like a worn out doll and like a hairbrush, sort of just like memorabilia of like almost like a family that used to live here. And then there's sort of
Okay.
just like a that's all you find.
Alright. I'll head it back.
It's very clear that this was just like a poor farmer's like land. No, they weren't very rich. They didn't really have any valuables, and anything that they did have has long been rummaged.
Just gonna whisper to Kare. I'm pretty sure we just murdered a family and stole their children. But let's continue. I'm gonna follow Mirabelle.
Kara gives a solemn nod, like, yeah, I suppose we did do that. And then follows after that.
Good start, boys.
And then he sort of says to himself under his breath, well, we shouldn't leave it half done. We should
Oh my god.
Are you like poking? Are you like looking at the head there, or you just
Yeah.
just the zombie?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's kind of
Holy
enthralled. He's just sort of looking at it. And he's just like, ooh.
Well, as you like look at the head, you see like next to the body next. You actually notice that this zombie is like he looks rather well dressed compared to like what you would normally expect farm.
You yells out, "Ah, the great Horatio!" Picks up the head.
Fair enough.
I'm sorry, he's not the right character.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. No, like that's good. You
Just
pick
put
up the
that
head.
down. It's probably diseased.
You're carrying 2 mutant babies.
As
It's
three.
three, yeah.
There's 3 of them.
Oh no, there's a third one.
No, actually, no, I'm not doing that. He puts the head down.
Put the head down. Okay. All right.
Their parents were foaming at the mouth. Who knows what would have happened to these ones?
Probably more foaming at the mouth. Ay.
All right. Guys, leave the. Go
Thought
go
I'd
back
be
to the
another
road
one
now.
day, but not like this. Just like the shield on her back is glowing like a torch, but just like the one she's carrying just darkened.
So if you like, you because you have 2 shields, don't you? So you're
Yeah, the
carrying
one on
one.
my
You've got
back and the one that Viz gave me.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Going to continue on towards the
You're
village.
double weight now, actually.
You're going to continue on towards the village, I presume.
Yes.
Yeah.
God,
Oh.
you into the village, and they're like, "What did you do?"
We might have
Alright.
killed their parents.
They were good.
There's just gonna be more of them. And like we're gonna have to lie our way out of this.
Oh, yes.
What's our charisma look like?
Actually.
I'm not too bad, but
Uh,
I don't think I have the heart to lie about that.
In fact, Dreamcook, I'll even do you one better. Here, I'll put them on the ground for a moment.
Oh,
And
and leave them there.
Leave them there. Yeah.
Perfect.
and
Excellent
Mirabelle
idea.
casts Detect Poison and Disease.
No poison, no disease. They're
No
clean.
poison, no disease.
I say
Perfectly
Viz
fine.
licked one, so I feel like that would have worked.
One does appear to be slimier than the rest of them,
The practical
Slimy,
test
yes,
and the
but,
magical test.
but no diseases or anything.
No poisons, no diseases.
No.
They have a perfectly clean bill of health.
Rougford.
Does that put your mind at ease at least a little bit?
We just murdered their parents. What do you mean?
They were rabid.
Yeah, I guess yes, but now we have 4 mutant babies. And I turn around and look at this.
Okay.
Now, Viz is not a baby.
Is it just sitting there with his tongue hanging out, just looking at you?
Mutant is right.
This, how old are you?
Old.
Oh, yeah. Huh?
Who's a baby?
Kobolds grow to like adulthood by like 3.
Oh, okay.
Okay, never mind, fine. Mental age.
Mental age, yeah, there you go.
Look, as long as you're in charge of them, it's fine, but I'm not a good father. No.
How do you know I don't intend to settle down in this place?
God.
A home.
Oh no. Okay.
I want this to continue. But force us to hold on to these baby strength, please, for all and worth.
Oh yikes.
Clinkers
so
hates everything about this.
so you guys are moving towards the village.
Yes.
Roughly, I don't know, 40 minutes, 45 minutes later, you sort of to the edge of the village, and it's sort of dark now. Probably like the sun's just like it's just past sunset, so maybe like 7 o'clock.
Bell's shields just lighten the way.
Yeah. Sort of.
Where are we going? Oh, here we are.
You walk into the village, and like you saw like a campfire. No one's around. The village is. It actually looks almost deserted. Like the buildings are in disrepair. The windows are all boarded up, and yeah, and then like it looks practically deserted. And you would assume so if it weren't for 2 houses in the distance where you can see candlelight through the windows, actually boarded up, peeking through the cracks of some of the boards, and actually hear like crying in the distance. It's almost like mad crying, it's intermittent with laughter.
See, they spend most of their nights like I do.
And you can tell from the sound of it that it's a woman's voice, and that she's older, so she either middle aged or elderly. And it's coming from this house at the bottom. And we're actually going to end the session there.
No.
It's about 2 hours from where we started. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll end there. Now after your next long rest, you guys will be level 2.
Oh, baby.
Yes, so like we can arrange that on your sheets and whatnot.